Yo, so we had a fairly interesting 2010 in the world of boxing.
Yep.
We had
some goods. We had some
goods and we had some bads.
Yeah.
Not so goods. What happened in the beginning of the year? Pacquiao Mayweather didn't happen.
Yep.
That didn't happen.
2012. On the eve of destruction.
but what we did see was the meeting finally after so many years of Shane Mosley.
That's nice.
And Floyd Mayweather. And everybody was shook in that second round when Mosley landed 2 right hands on Mayweather, and you seen the knees buckle, but Mayweather was able to, weather the storm, and he showed that Shane Mosley's 38 years old.
And let me say this. All right, with all of the vitriol against Mayweather.
But it was a good win, don't get me wrong.
No. I'm going to give it to Mayweather. Mayweather outclassed him.
Yeah, he did.
He did. Mayweather, and listen, I'm going to say something, all right? I'm going to say something.
Hey, I tell you what.
Congratulations, Mayweather. I didn't think I'd ever say it. It came out, I said it, and I mean it.
A lot of people were picking Mosley in that fight, man.
I mean it.
Oh, me.
They saw this was the dude, but I think it just really set up what should have been Pacquiao Mayweather, but that didn't happen. And then what happened? Who did he fight? Antonio Margarito.
No, I can't feel my legs.
And it was a hell of an ass whipping, man. I mean,
yeah, it was actually, man.
And it was nuts because he would, Pacquiao's this little dude, and he was fighting at 130 pounds, and now Margarito, even compared to somebody like Cotto, who's a big dude but small in height, he did more to Margarito than Cotto probably ever could. And those two are about to fight possibly in June again. Big rematch coming up. But Pacquiao is just he's a maniac right now, and really I don't at this point. We're in 2011. I don't think we're going to see Mayweather-Pacquiao even yet, because we're going to see Pacquiao versus Mosley on May 7th. That's the next fight. A lot of people aren't too happy about it.
I'm not. I mean, but it is. You know what it is?
It's money. It's a money fight.
It's not even money fight.
It's a money fight. It's a name.
It's good filler for nothing that's
happening.
It's
a good filler. Exactly. That's what people are calling it. It's a good filler.
It's a good filler for nothing that's happening. That's like, it's to me, it's like intermission. It's like, okay, cool. Yeah.
Truthfully, I think.
Oh, look, he's fighting. Okay.
I think the Pacquiao now is in a position where he could fight Pee Wee Herman on the corner of Nob Hill and 42nd Street, and it'll fill the whole corner in a matter of minutes. That's Pacquiao, to me, is a different type of attraction than Mayweather is. Mayweather, Mayweather, likes to do all the shit talking outside the ring, and then when he gets in the ring,
he's a dancer.
He's a master boxer.
He's Fred Astaire.
But Pacquiao likes to fuck you up.
All right. Yeah.
So that's what it is.
I always said it. Mayweather doesn't want to fight fighters. He fights people that are like, oh, he got great footwork. The guy has probably the best footwork in the game because, he rarely gets hit. And everybody's always like this. Oh, yeah. I forgot. I was talking to one of my coworkers, and I was like, we were talking about it, and I was like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, but Mayweather never gets his face touched. Like, his face is perfect. I'm like, well, number one, you sound gay. And number two, you're complimenting the dude's face. And number two, you couldn't touch somebody's fucking face either. All they did was dance. The dude, he has great footwork, and that's part of boxing, and I totally agree with you.
He's just got good defense. He's got a good boxing mind.
He is, but when it comes down to he's gonna be known. Like I say, he's gonna be known as a great boxer. Yes, but like a person
this fight,
like a Muhammad Ali, that's like, he used to, like, when people talk about fights, they're not gonna be like, oh, he used to dance around the ring all the time. They're gonna be like, that motherfucker hit him and he knocked him out, and they were going at it. That's what people talk about. People don't talk about like the guy's footwork. Like, you mentioned Muhammad Ali's footwork, but he was a total package.
Yeah, for the most part.
He was. Okay, he was a total package. You can't. The guy doesn't get hit. What cool story is gonna come out? That's gonna come out of that fucking fight? How he never got touched.
I just find it funny that
when I think an amazing fight. You remember when Morales and Pacquiao fought?
Well, yeah.
Oh my God, those were like they were brawls. They were blood flying everywhere.
But you know, but I
think
think it's okay that Floyd doesn't fight in that way because look, you had guys like Pernell Whitaker, you had guys that were boxers and didn't get into a lot of trouble. The problem is when you start getting into a position where you don't want to fight the guys that are a challenge. You know, like look, Mayweather didn't fight a Miguel Cotto prime. He didn't fight Antonio Margarito in his prime. But guess who did? Manny Pacquiao. And he beat the shit out of both of them.
I mean, aside from Mayweather,
he's fought more welterweights in 2 years than Floyd's fought in 5.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
Because he's a fucking fighter. But you saying that Floyd is like, oh, he's a...
I guess that's your theory.
You
I
know,
just don't understand what you say about Floyd, man.
And I don't hate on Floyd. I just think at this point now, I think the bar... I mean, maybe you'll agree with me on this.
Go.
To me, I think the bar now is raised over Mayweather. I think Pacquiao is the dude right now.
But that's what I told you. At the top of the mountain, there's one person.
Yeah, I think he's the guy right now.
Mayweather's always going to be number 2.
And
he's always going to be. And it doesn't matter how much fucking shit he talks and how he's the greatest, how much money he has. Pacquiao is the man to beat.
How great of a storyline would it be though if it was Mayweather that was the one that was, so to speak, coming out to be the one, like I'm gonna be the one to stop Pacquiao, like that. He turned like the roles reversed, and he was the good guy slaying the dragon, so to speak. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, they could be flipping it on like on that tip.
It could, but I mean,
you know, because
everybody knows
that's one thing with Floyd is tactically before and during the fight he's a chess player, man, and he knows how to play with people's brains and his mind games.
Well, yeah, that's his thing. But to be like, I mean, to me, he's not the total package unless he goes and gets into a serious fight and holds his own and be like, all right, you know, he did it. He did it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, you got to get hits. I got to know that, like, wow, this guy, he's got to
take a challenge.
He has to take a fucking challenge. You can't just fight Fulanito and shit like that and be like, oh, yeah, I'm the fucking man. Look at that. Throw dollar bills at the fucking camera and shit while Larry Merchant suns you on the fucking air and shit.
Well, I think this, more than anything, this fight, to me, has to happen at the fall. Now, look, we have to consider...
Wait, which fight we're talking about now?
Mayweather-Pacquiao.
That's not going to happen.
I mean, well, look, this is something I've been saying since last year.
Dude, you have a lot of faith that that's going to happen.
No, this is what I'm saying.
2012 is going to happen.
If it doesn't happen this year,
right?
I don't think it'll ever happen.
No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Because
and if it's going to happen,
I don't think they'll even entertain it, and it won't be. If
it's going to happen, they're going to do it on 2012. It's going to be like the fight to end all fights. There's the whole marketing behind it, you know?
But I think it's going to benefit. People think it's going to benefit Mayweather if he just kind of relaxes, and I'm not too sure about that, man. You know. But we'll see. I mean, but yo,
only time will tell. Right now, we're gonna watch a nice filler fight, and
yeah.
You know,
it'll be fun for
this
the
is
first
good.
few
Yeah, this is gonna be a good sparring thing for Pacquiao. You know?
Yeah, we got Cotto fighting Mayorga. Did you hear about that? That's gonna be that fight's gonna be hilarious. Not because of the fight. I'm expecting Cotto to beat the shit out of Mayorga, but the press conferences. Press conferences are gonna be nuts because you already know how Mayorga gets down.
Oh, dude, he's the only dude I know that he'll smoke a stogie before he gets to the ring.
Yo, you seen
that's gully.
While
raping a girl 5 minutes before the fight.
Yo, he's crazy. Yo, he did
that's his whole thing. That's his shtick. I like it.
You know who Jim Gray is, right? The sports announcer. He was doing when him and Fernando Vargas were about to fight. They did this shit on Showtime,
right?
Where they were. They were simulcast from different, you know, Mayorga was in Miami and Vargas was in LA. They started, you know, just shitting on each other back and forth in Spanish, and Jim Gray's like, gentlemen, we're gonna need to keep this in English because we got an English speaking audience.
That shit went right to HBO Latino.
So Mayorga, no, it was on Showtime. So Mayorga,
Showtime.
Mayorga goes. He's like, hold on, pulls out a cigarette, and you see like it's silent, and he lights the cigarette up. You hear it, and he's like, he's like in Spanish, like he's like, you know, all right, what are we talking about? What's popping? What's the next subject? But the interpreter's saying, like, he's saying, Okay, what do you want to talk about next? What's the next?
Next topic, please.
Marcus is like jackass.
Yo, I'm not gonna.
But Koto's like mad. Like
What's up?
all he said in these interviews I've been
Bah.
reading is bye.
Yo, I gotta
shout
give
out
it
to
up to
Miguel
Cole. I
Cotto.
gotta give it up to Miguel for the simple fact that his English gets better and
Yo,
better every
word,
time he
man.
goes on the freaking camera.
My man BK Syfe told me mad
What, he's
long
teaching him
ago.
English?
He
That'd be Syfe teaching him English.
nah,
That'd be amazing.
he had a
Like Kiki's ass, man.
he had spoken to Koto once, and he told me, he's like, yo, that dude's English been better than a lot longer than people think.
He lets it off in spurts. Like they be like, he's like when the interview, he's like, listen, I go and I hit him in the head, and then I go for the goal, and
Yo,
if he fall,
hey,
he fall. When they turn off the camera, he's like, that was a great interview.
Yo, but his English has gotten better though. His English has gotten better. But yeah, he's fighting Mayorga. That should be a fun fight. But what that's going to lead into is the proposed rematch: Miguel Cotto, Antonio Margarito,
Oh, my
Part
God.
2.
And my money's gonna go to Cotto.
You
Unless
think-
Margarito knocks him, because
You
you know
think- you think-
Cotto's chin scares me sometimes, man.
Yeah.
His jaw sometimes
Well,
like
so you- but
it's like,
you think-
it's like good crystal. You don't want to fuck up.
You
It
think
looks
he
nice
cheat-
and shit, but then when it gets a crack, you're like, ah, fuck.
You think Margarito cheated in their first fight though?
Yeah.
So you're one of the believers.
Wait, what do you mean one of the believers? Wait.
I know. I think he did.
Yes, that's your theory.
No,
right, I know that, all right,
I think he did. But see,
I know.
there's things that Cotto did in that fight though
What?
that I hope he doesn't.
That nigga
do
walked in with a
this fight.
switchblade and hit him
I think
up?
he tried to knock him out too early. I think he tried to go for the kill way too early.
Oh yeah, Margarito.
He's a big fucking dude, yo.
Not even that he's a big dude. You can hit that dude in the face with a bat, and you gotta hit him repeatedly.
Yeah,
He doesn't go down.
But you know what though?
Hard.
Now, the thing you got to think about is his eye. His eye. If he gets hit in that eye,
bust that shit open now.
yeah, Koto's got a target now. So Cotto needs. If he wins this fight, man, that'll be a big, like, black cloud over his career removed, man. Because like that, if you think about it, him losing that fight to Margarito fucked up his chances of getting a fight with De La Hoya, which in turns would have fucked up getting a shot at Mayweather. That his whole career changed because of that loss.
That's
yo.
a mystery.
It's ridiculous.
Yes,
yo.
it is.
But
Wow. That was some good analysis right there.
yo, you saw the knockout of the year though. I know you saw that shit.
We're talking about which one now?
The Sergio Martinez, Paul Williams.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit was fucking
That
hilarious.
shit
I'm
left.
retarded.
That shit left him like that.
Yo, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
Why?
It was just like
It was poetic.
I remember I told you I'm coming back from a wedding. Shout out to my man Lucian.
You coming back? Oh, okay. I thought you said
we
coming
were
back
we were
from
talking
what?
we were talking about this. I'm coming home and I get in and I turn the TV on and then it's
Right.
like my man hits me up. Shout out to my man Samik. He's like, yo, it's over.
Oh.
I'm like, what do you mean it's over?
It
And
just
I turn it
started.
on and I look at Paul Williams' face is just on the ground like I'm like,
it's like the canvas had like a flavor on it. He was
yo,
trying to get
you
it off.
ever seen when somebody? I mean, I've seen somebody like physically get knocked out like several times. I've seen the look on those people's faces, yo. It's like you can't describe it. And Paul Williams, it looked like he had found like the fourth dimension and shit.
That nigga saw a soul jump out his body. Like, oh, whoa.
that dude. Oh wow, yo. It was ridiculous. Like,
Yo, straight up.
but yo, that was knockout of the year. That dude actually Martinez, to me, Sergio Martinez, the middleweight champ. To me, he was fighter of the year.
Yeah. That was that right there. When I saw that, I was like, wow.
He knocked out he didn't knock Pavlik out, but he fucked Pavlik up.
He did nice on Pavlik.
Yo, Pavlik, yo, you hear about him?
No,
That dude's like getting out of like rehab and shit.
Okay.
Like he's like a serious alcoholic.
oh wait.
There was
he's not
rumors,
Irish, right?
There
Is
were
he Irish?
rumors. There were rumors or something about him.
Pavlik
being
is
a-
Irish.